Hey guys, how you doing? It's Dr. Ganatra, founder of SoCal Smiles Dentistry and author of Reinventing Dentistry. And I want to invite you to this one-day seminar event I'm doing specifically for new dentists. If you're just graduating or you just graduated or if you've been practicing for 1 to 3 years, this is the seminar event for you. It's only one day and I'm limiting it to people that are just graduating or who have been practicing for 1 to 3 years. If you have your own practice and if you've been practicing for longer than 3 years, this is not the seminar for you. And I'm going to be focusing on the other group. So if you're part of that group, you got to be at this thing. Let me tell you a little bit about that, but before I dive into that, let me give you a little bit of my story, my background. You know, I graduated about 12 years ago from University of Maryland at Baltimore Dental School, and I came out of dental school and I hated working at all 5 of the practices that I worked at. I just absolutely hated it. They didn't have any light handle covers on the lights. You know, I was forced to do treatment that I really didn't I didn't think that needed to be done. You know, I'd place crowns on DO composites or, you know, just treatment that I really didn't feel was serving the patient. And I really didn't get the direction that I needed when I got out of dental school. You know, so I worked out for these 5 different places. I hated all of them until I met 1 to 2 different people that actually really mentored me and really shaped my thoughts as far as what I wanted out of dentistry, how I wanted to show up, how I wanted to serve my patients, and where I wanted to go from, you know, in my future in dentistry. So I really got a lot of good mentorship out of these 2 people, and I cannot overvalue the importance of good mentorship, and this is what that seminar is for. I want to be there for you, to guide you as you get out of dental school, to mentor you, to show you exactly what I've done in the last 12 years, you know, because it was because of that mentorship I was able to build 3 practices from scratch with no patients in Orange County, California. So, you know, graduated, worked at 5 different places, hated them all until I got some good guidance and good mentorship, built 3 practices from scratch in Orange County, California. It didn't have any patients, all from construction to marketing to building to growing to A to Z. You know, I currently practice out of 2 of them, and I really want to share and open up the back door, share all that with you as you get out of school. And this is such a pivotal moment in your life where maybe you just graduated a few years ago. I really want you to be able to carve out your path in dentistry. Where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? And not only that, you know, most grads in my course of 12 years of hiring different associates, several of them, the biggest point of friction that I see is that most people getting out of dental school now have $400,000 to $500,000 of loans. That's a lot of money to pay back. And unfortunately, dental school doesn't really prepare us on the mechanics of how we're going to pay that money back, right? You know, we have all those big loans that we took and pretty much left out into the world of dentistry without knowing what is our plan to pay this stuff back, right? And it doesn't give us the business acumen to be able to succeed in the industry and the business of dentistry either. That's what I want to get started for you in this seminar. I want to kind of dial out and give you a plan to say, hey, you know what? This is how much of a loan you have. This is exactly how you want to plan on paying that back. This is exactly how you're going to get a job as an associate. This is what you're going to do to get the job that you want as an associate. How do you kind of position yourself? How do you interview? What do you put on your resume? What do you do to start working in dentistry and get the job you want? And third, how do you actually make it so that you're improving yourself clinically? You know, we learn the basics in dental school, and when you get out, it's a whole new world. What you'll learn the first month in private practice is gonna trump what you learned in 4 years in dental school. It's crazy to say, and it's a bold statement, but you know what? It's true. So I wanna kind of give you some direction and some tactics and some strategies that have worked for me in 12 years in building 3 practices from scratch, and I wanna share that with you to show you exactly what you can do as you start off and give you some guidance there. You know, this seminar, this event is really gonna give you those 4 to 5 things, which is 1, a plan on how to pay back your huge loans of $400,000 to $500,000, how to actually position yourself so you can get the associateship or the job you want? What do you put on your resume? How do you interview? What kind of practices do you look for to work at? Third, it's going to give you the clinical excellence and the expertise on what do you want to focus your career on when you first get out, when you first get out of school. What kind of things clinically in dentistry do you want to really zone in on? You know, maybe it's Invisalign, maybe it's crown or bridge. And how do you actually treatment plan and diagnose that so patients accept treatment? Which gets me to the fourth area that we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on insurances. When you get out of school, you have no clue about dental insurances. Specifically here, I practice out in Orange County, California, and man, California is the insurance capital of probably the world. And I want to show you exactly how to know about which insurances that you may be taking through the practice you're working at, or maybe you're creating a practice or whatever it is. How do you actually understand dental insurances, PPOs, HMOs? What do you do to actually treatment plan and diagnose effectively so that way patients feel fulfilled with the way you're actually directing their dental goals, right? So we're going to go over all that plus a lot more. You know, I'm actually just going to give you a full open access into exactly what I learned in the last 12 years in building 3 offices from scratch, and what I learned to actually make it so that way I'm fulfilled in dentistry and I enjoy what I do on a daily basis. Don't get me wrong, there are many challenging days and you're going to struggle in the beginning because you're going to feel like you knew it, and you're going to fail and you're going to have to start again, and you're going to have to fail and start again. But that's part of the beauty of being in the field that we're in. It's not only a science, but it's also an art. I want to show you the art of actually taking that science of dentistry and making it not only impactful, but profitable, and also making it and turning it into a platform for yourself. So that way you're able to contribute and give to your patients for many, many years to come. So join me in this one-day seminar. It's for one day, and I'm only taking 150 dentists. I know we're going to fill the capacity. I'm only taking 150 dentists, and I'm making it super affordable. Essentially, it's a little less than $100, and that's really used to really cover our costs for doing the seminar. And this is not going to be a vendor fest. You're not going to see 20,000 different vendors there all trying to pitch you things and sell you things. This is really essentially you and me with 150 other dentists in one room, talking about exactly how you're going to get to where you're at right now, whether you're a new grad or you've been practicing for a year, to where you want to be in 5 years or in 2 years, or where you want to be next month. I'm going to go over that with you. This is the part that you missed, that we all missed in dental school, that never got filled in. And why do I know that? How do I say that? Because I struggled through it myself. I did it for a few years before I opened up my first practice. I was lucky to find some good mentors, and I want to be there for you as you start your journey. That's exciting for me. You know, I've been doing this for 12 years now, and I love seeing patients, and I love connecting with our team and our patients. But you know what? It really excites me to make sure that, you know what, you're getting on to the journey and the path that you really probably dreamt of going on. And that's probably why you committed to getting into dentistry in the first place, because you had this vision or this dream of doing something, or you saw a dentist before, you know, fix somebody's front teeth or change their life or their perspective by having better teeth. And I want to make sure you always tap into that part of yourself where it reminds you of why you got into dentistry and why you got into this field to do what you did. And what I want to do is give you the mechanics to be successful as you move forward, okay? So join me in this one-day event, 150 people only specifically for that group of dentists who just graduated or who have been practicing for 1 to 3 years. It's a little less than $100. Click on the button below to register. We will sell out. I know we will, because we're limiting this to 150 people. Spread the words with your friends. Invite your friends. Send them the link here. And take action soon, because we're going to be filling up, and I don't want you to miss out on this. I don't know when I'm going to do this again. I'm looking forward to it, and I really can't wait to meet you there. And like I said, it's going to be you and me in one room with a bunch of other people, and we're going to be going over and dialing out the best practices, not only clinically, but also from a business standpoint, and also how are you going to take that next step to get the job or the associateship that you want and move forward from there. I can't wait to meet you. I'll see you then. Click the link below. Let's get started and register for the event.